What's up, YouTubers? Tommy here. Sunday, rest day, whatever that is. I'm lying. I did arms today. And this video topic is basically going to be about mass gaining, but I feel that sometimes we need to clarify this because there are different types of mass gaining. And the tools that you use to do this will change depending on what type of mass gaining you want to do. So let me break those down. I think in my mind it's about three. Okay, you have the power lifter, the bodybuilder, and the Olympic lifter. Sometimes these three will correlate and overlap, but there are specific things to each one: rep ranges, rest times, philosophies of weight training that those three will have. There's also several things you gotta have. I think the hardest one, in my opinion, and this is simply an opinion, so like you don't have to agree, all right, is Olympic lifting. Olympic lifting involves mobility, flexibility, power, and strength. You have to have the flexibility and the core strength and the mobility and all these things to be able to lift the bar over your head, keep your shoulders locked, and the core strength to come down to a good squat and go right back up. Alright? Can you gain mass doing Olympic lifting? Yes, you can. Is that the main goal of Olympic lifting? No, it is not. The main goal of Olympic lifting is lifting as much weight in a powerful, explosive, ballistic form in the best form possible so you don't rip your shoulder off. Okay? That's one. Olympic lifting is awesome. It's beautiful. If you're into that, I think it's cool. I've done a little bit of myself. I suck at it. I really gotta work on it. But right now, can you become a 300-pound mass monster doing Olympic lifting? Not really. I mean, you'll get strong as hell. I will never take that away from Olympic lifters, but when have you seen a 300-pound or a 250-pound Olympic lifter? If you can show me that person, then I stand corrected. Alright, number two, powerlifting. Powerlifting, again, powerlifting is basically usually based off three main lifts. You have your squat, you have your bench press, and then you have your deadlift. Usually those are the three main lifts that a powerlifter will do. He will do something called accessory work to be able to be stronger in those lifts. I've seen strong men and I've seen powerlifters. Can they get huge? Yes. Is that usually their main objective? No. Their main objective is to be able to lift that freaking weight off the ground or bench press or whatever. That's the main objective of powerlifting. It's not to get size. Can you get size powerlifting? Yes, but it's not the main goal with that. And then you have bodybuilding. Okay, now bodybuilding does use some powerlifting techniques. I do know bodybuilders that do a little bit of Olympic lifting, but that's not the goal of a bodybuilder. The bodybuilder, which is something that I do more of, is to get size. Size. That's the only thing we care about. Lifting in good form, very important. Being able to lift a lot of weight in good form, very important. But not necessarily like the main thing. So you got a guy. I'm going to use some of the big guys that I know of. So let's say like Kai Green. Kai Green on the off season weighs about 300 pounds. So that means that he should be able to do. He's able to squat about his weight in half, right? So 300 pounds. That's about 600, whatever. Like 300 times 2. 2.5, 650, almost 700 pounds, right? For reps. This Kai Green, I've only seen him do 5 plates on a video. And that was for strength, basically. That's something he does all the time? No. And I've seen in videos where he said he's not a lifter, he's not a power lifter, he's a bodybuilder. Bodybuilders are looking for the pump. You can get the pump with 25 pounds, or you can get the pump with like 100 pounds. Do bodybuilders lift heavy? Yes. Do bodybuilders lift heavy all the time? No. And a bodybuilder will do a lot of isolation work. In other words, flies, straight arm pull downs, lateral raises, as to the powerlifter and the Olympian, but they're going to do it more to get the lift, to get stronger on that lift. The bodybuilder does it so he can get bigger shoulders. Two opposite things. Can you have a big guy not be that strong? Yes. Can you have a little guy be strong as hell? Yes. As far as like weight to strength ratios, bodybuilders, we tested this out before, they're not that strong compared to their strength to weight ratio. I'm not saying anything bad about bodybuilding. I'm not saying bodybuilders are weak. They're obviously not freaking weak. To be able to build that amount of mass, you know, you have to have some strength too. You can't just like think you're gonna lift 5 pounds and be a 300-pound giant. It's not gonna work. But why you need to know these things is because when you're setting up your own program and you're trying to figure out what you want to do, you need to know. Because if you're trying to be a huge mass monster and you're doing a lot of Olympic lifting and wondering why you're not getting bigger, even though you're lifting heavy, because you're not really working hypertrophy. I mean, Olympic lifting is a lot of power. Can you do some hypertrophy with Olympic lifting? Yes, it's not going to be the same quality as a bodybuilder. So you'll be strong as hell though. So whatever most important to you. If it's most important to you to be strong as hell and not that big, then Olympic lifting is great for you. If it's strong, you don't care about your mobility, you just want to be a strong powerhouse, lift a bunch of freaking crap, powerlifting is great for you. If you want to look good with your shirt off, then you're going to be a bodybuilder, you know? Not saying that Olympic lifters can't look good with their shirt off, but you know what I'm trying to get at. Bodybuilding is an aesthetic sport. Functional and powerlifting are functional sports. So can they overlap? Do we all use methodologies and systems from each other? Yes. At the end of the day, we're all weightlifters. We just lift for different reasons. That's all. You know, so I don't really... You're never going to hear me say, oh, CrossFit sucks, or you're never going to hear me say powerlifting is bad for you. You're never going to hear me say bodybuilding is bad for you. Because I like bodybuilding, but I won't say it because there's 250 ways to wash dishes. There's over 650 muscles in the body, which means that we have the variety and changing things up is going to keep us fit. At the end of the day, everybody just wants to be fit. So however you want to be fit, whatever works for you, whatever motivates you, by all good means, go ahead and do that. I just wanted to clarify that. So that way when you're sitting down at home and you're trying to figure out what your goals are, you got to figure out what's most important to you. Because the more that you figure out what's most important to you, the clearer your vision can be to creating the aesthetically beautiful or the strong body that you want. So that's my tidbit for today. Peace out. Laters.